Okay, let's start. I'm here to tell you about the program the MFA program in Performance Pedagogy in the Department of Theater Arts at LMU. And I'm here. I'd love for this to be a conversation. I'm here to answer your questions. So I can tell you a little bit. Oh, good, we have another person. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, Catherine. We've talked before.
Oh, hi.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I was in Chicago. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, right.
So,
Hi. That's
hi.
right. I'm just here to tell you a little bit about the program, and if there are questions that you have, we can just treat this as a conversation. So the MFA program in Performance Pedagogy at LMU in the theater department is established for folks who have been out in the world, working actors in the area of performance, whether it's theater, film, TV, all of that. Um, and also with the expectation that you all have lives, you may have families, you may have other jobs. So we're trying to structure the program around that consideration. The program is built around seven required courses, 11 electives, and 2 thesis courses. Uh, what is interesting about the program, and I think unique, is that we do our best to follow your areas of interest. Um, and so, if you're looking for something that's more specific, like you're interested in Michael Chekhov techniques, or you're looking more towards looking at, your interest is voice heavy, but still in performance or movement. We look at all of that. We also are in the process of establishing accreditation program. So before I say that, most of the students in our program, they're wanting to get a terminal degree so they can teach in the university level, junior colleges, universities, colleges. But some folks are also interested in getting the K through 12 teaching credential. And so that's relatively new in California. You used to have to get an English credential in order to teach drama in K through 12 in public school. So we've partnered with the School of Education at LMU to create a path through to, in addition to getting your MFA, also getting that credential if that's of interest to you. The courses are, as I said, focused on pedagogy, which is about teaching about teaching. You're learning about teaching different forms of performance. Um, in the program, there are lots of opportunities to start to build your resume. There are opportunities to teach in the undergraduate program, teach beginning acting, teach your thesis. We also have opportunities for you to be teaching assistants in other undergraduate courses with professors, as well as assistant directing in the main stage season. But that's kind of just a basic sort of overview of the program. I've obviously, I'm sure you want to talk about the financials. The program is structured, it's not, I will say this, it is not a program like in a state school where there's sometimes you can go, everything gets waived. That's not the case here. So but there are opportunities besides there's scholarships once you're here. There's obviously financial aid, but also there's some help from within the program. For instance, every course you take, so it's about $1,700 a unit to take a course, but and there are 3 units that make up a class. But every class you take gets $1,000 taken off of it. So say you take 3 classes, you get $3,000 taken off of your scholarship. And every course you teach, the amount, so it's about $6,300 to $6,400 for a course. If you teach a beginning acting course or you teach a teacher thesis course, and that amount also goes against your tuition. So that's it's about $13,000 for that. So basically, it goes down, the course overall at this point, obviously, um, tuition varies. It changes from year to year, but it's about $71,000 to get through the program with these other sort of these amounts taken off your tuition. So that's sort of a general overview. The MFA program can take as little as 2.5 years. And some people go much slower through the program. They can only take one class a semester or two, and they take, up to 5 years. Generally, it takes about 3 years to go through the program. You end up taking, obviously, spring and fall semesters, and plus one or two courses in the summer. And so that is sort of a general overview. And so I would love to entertain any questions you have at this point. Would be great. If you have any.
I do.
Oh, yeah,
So,
go ahead.
thanks so much, Catherine.
Yeah.
So say somebody is going to start in January, and
Mhm.
and take 3 courses.
Mhm.
What are the courses? Where are the choices? And then how long does it
Right.
take to then be able to teach and, and that?
Right. So currently the spring course offerings are still in draft form, so I don't have exactly what is being offered. I can give you a general overview. Sorry, I just have to find it. Oh, here we go. So the courses being offered in the January are Issues in Theater Pedagogy, which is a required course, and uh, Theories in Acting and Directing, Teaching Acting, and two special studies electives. One is a viewpoints class, and one is a different movement class. And these are all geared towards the point of view of how do you teach those things. Um, as far as teaching beginning acting, we recommend and we request people go through the Intro to Theater Pedagogy and Issues of Theater Pedagogy before they start teaching the beginning acting class. Sometimes other opportunities arise, but that's generally the track that we ask people to go on. And then your thesis class is taught at the end of your time in the program. Someone asked, are you teaching opportunity? Oh, wait, sorry. Are teaching opportunities only for already established classes, or are we able to teach something? Well, that's your thesis. So the thesis classes are of your own devising. So basically you can teach an established class from your point of view. We have someone doing their thesis right now who's teaching intermediate scene study, but she's using a very specific techniques that she's been developing through the program, for instance. We have somebody else teaching their thesis who's teaching a class called Cabaret Arts, and that has never been taught in the department before. And it's a class of their own creation. And so it does vary. We have folks who do staged readings for their thesis. They direct them. They use the semester to delve into the material with the students. Um, and so it does vary. We really, part of getting a terminal degree is you're going to have specific areas of interest, and hopefully those areas of interest you're able to follow and then create your thesis. That being said, you can come to the program not really knowing what that's going to be, and part of the program is discovering what that is for you. Some people come in and they already know what that is. But I would say it's kind of more in between, your interests, but you're not quite sure how you're going to approach that from the point of view of teaching that course to undergrads. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Uh, Good question. Tori, do you have an answer to that? The childcare, there is what is it?
LMU does have a child care center um, that you can send your children to. There is usually a waiting list. So I would suggest making sure you research that before you make a decision, just to make sure that it's something that can accommodate for you. I'm not sure what the age group is. So you should verify that as well. And congratulations.
Yes, congrats. Almost there. Great. Uh, I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm missing. Oh, the schedule is usually later in the day. Classes usually are, we try to keep them to 1 day a week. So if you have a class, the general sort of timeframes are during the week, either 4:30 to 7, 7:30 to 10:30, or 6 to 9. And we also have one Saturday slot from 10 a.m. to noon, sorry, 10 a.m. to 12:30. And so, as I said, we try to keep them later in the day, so that it generally fits better in people's schedules. There are a lot of opportunities to get involved on the campus to whatever degree you would like to. We have, some people, it's like they're just there for the program. Some people get deeply involved in LMU. We have some people serving on the graduate student council and things like that. But that is completely up to you. But the opportunities are there. And if you're interested in getting more integrated into the campus overall. We try to find other opportunities for you to connect with undergrads through coaching opportunities. And as I said, I love having a TA in my classes. I teach performance and I direct at LMU. And I will often be teaching a class and have my TA take half the class and work their scenes with them while I can work with the other half of the class. We get, twice as much done. So it's again, there are a lot of opportunities to do that. And also when you are a TA, though LMU it does not pay a TA, that is considered an elective. So it goes towards your graduation. So it's not ancillary to that. You can take that as an elective. And yeah, anything else I can answer for folks?
What's your average class size?
The
Performance?
in the MFA?
When you're I'm sorry, in the class that you teach. I'm just curious, what is
It depends.
yeah.
Yeah, the 110, the beginning acting class is a little larger. It can be somewhere from 16 to 18, but the thesis class, the majors classes are around 14. So that's about the size. Yeah. Yeah, they're not massive, and they're relatively good size for sure. Yeah, other opportunities are, if you have an interest in, we have a course in, academic writing, which is really helpful, and you will end up publishing an article or a journal entry, a journal article by the end of that course. And so if you are interested in any sort of writing about performance or writing in any way, that opportunity is there as well. Or writing about pedagogy or those types of things. So we sort of try to cover all the angles of higher education. There are also mentoring and courses in the academy on how to navigate the academy, how to, build your resume, how to apply for university jobs. And so we try to cover that angle as well. So we have been relatively successful, really quite successful in our students going on to university jobs, university tenure track jobs, either here in LA or elsewhere in the country. And so I don't have an actual percentage for you, but it has been, they've been very successful. We have people now teaching at University of Hawaii, teaching in New York, and here in Los Angeles as well. Great. Any other questions I can answer for you? Exciting that I am, but I'm really funny in real life. Let's see. Okay, anything else? No. No other financial questions I can answer. Also, just so you know, in case this, oh, can I paste it? there are sessions after this. I don't think I have them. Do you have them, Jorge? The financial aid session and yeah, I think I copied him, but I can't paste it.
There are two sessions, financial aid and a career services session.
Mhm.
The reminder email should have had the links for them. If you did RSVP for them, if you did RSVP, it would still be on your reminder email. But I can, if you would like, post them here.
Oh, great.
Let me go out and grab them. Give me a minute.
Okay, great. So that'll give you sort of a sense of sort of the university financial sort of trajectory and you know, the processes which I am less familiar with. So just making sure I'm not forgetting anything that would be important to you. Also, just to let you know, the electives really kind of rotate around. So we make sure that there are a sort of a wide range of things offered. And there are also opportunities for independent studies. So if there's something very specific that you are interested in and it's not being offered, it's very likely that a professor will take you on as a student, just as an independent study to look at something that is just specifically your area of interest. And again, that would count as an elective. So that opportunity is also there. And I would say too, it's a great group of folks in the program. They're very invested in these areas of study, and they really are a very supportive group. And they've gone a long ways to creating great communication amongst each other, and they're really a pleasure. So, you know, if you decided to come, you would be entering into a cohort of folks that are really very supportive and interesting and come from very different walks of performance, areas of performance.
Aurelia just asked another question.
Oh, sorry, thank you. Yes, we have a voiceover class. We have a voiceover class that you could TA. We have a making a reel class you could TA. And we have two levels of acting for the camera you could TA as well. So yeah, we do try to do as much media as we can, you know, manage to fit into the program since we're obviously located in Los Angeles. But yes, we do have those courses that you could TA. I think there's some in the works too of a self-tape class as well. And that's not being offered yet, but I think that's on the horizon. The classes you can TA run the gamut from, you know, intro to performance to different levels of scene study. Yes, there is there's audition and cold readings class. Thank you for reminding me. There's an audition and cold readings class as well. We also, the undergrads do have a showcase at the end of their 3 years, which you could also TA for, because that's sort of like, you know, getting ready for the world meets a performance. We usually do the show, they audition for the showcase in the fall and they take the spring to create the showcase. And so we have two MFA students who are TAing that in the spring, and they do an online version of the showcase, and then they do it at the Matrix. So yeah, the Matrix, where the Matrix and on Melrose live performance. So that's also another thing that would be very possible to do. Cool. Any questions? All right. Yeah. Anything else I can help you with? Thank you for reminding. It helps me jog my brain about stuff.
Catherine, do you have the application deadlines?
Oh yes, well, I have to look it up. For the
Genevieve did ask another question.
oh sorry.
I have the chat open. That's why it just popped up.
Oh, sure. I can chat a little bit. I'm just going to tell you one thing I didn't tell you before. I'm sort of an interim director of the program, so some things that are uh oh, okay, got it. Uh a person named Kevin Wetmore will take back over. He's on sabbatical. But what I can tell you about the credential is that it's I don't exactly know when it's going to be live. I know it's sitting with the School of Education now, our proposal. Where at the soonest would be this spring, but it'll probably be next fall when it will go live. And we'll be able to do it. And it requires a couple of additional classes and some time in the classroom. And so I don't have the exact details about that. I can absolutely get those for you and send them to you, but that's what's going to require. So it's not a huge lift from the program. It's not a huge, giant new program added on to the top. It's a couple of additional classes. Um, and as I said, there's time in the classroom. And we actually have one MFA student right now who's teaches in a high school, but she is offering, and she's going to be bringing some of those teachers into her school who want that credential. Um, so yeah, so that's about, but I can get more detail if you want to email me. I should give you my email.
I do have another question. Whenever.
Yeah.
I didn't take, I have a business degree. My undergrad is in business, and so I've never taken theater courses in college or high school. So does LMU, is it all Meisner? Is it all, is there a certain, or is that based on the teacher, or what is taught, or is there a certain philosophy for a method type of the type of acting, method
For the undergrads, you mean? For the
for
yeah.
undergrad and
No.
also, okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no, there's not a specific school. So, it is a BA degree. It's not a BFA degree. So, they have to take performance classes, but also they're taking history, they're taking directing, they're taking, all this other stuff too. But no, I would say that at base, I suppose we all have sort of a Stanislavski baseline, but we all teach, when we do offer a Meisner class, it's specifically a Meisner class, but our philosophy is not one thing. We try to give our students a broad range of exposure to things, because 15 weeks in a semester is not that long. So it really is about exciting them into towards things that they're interested in. We do teach style classes too. We have Shakespeare classes, we have like the language play, we have different things like that as well. But I would say at base everyone has sort of a Stanislavski understanding, but and sort of point of view, but there are different methods that other people are focused on and are offered. But I wouldn't say there's one way of looking at it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Catherine, the application deadlines,
Yeah.
fall is June 1, for spring is November 15th, and for summer is February 15th. So
And that's on the website, right?
it is on the website. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. So for the spring, it's November. For January, classes start January 12th, and the deadline for applications, yeah, is November 15th coming up. Cool. Any other questions? You can always email me if you think of things after the fact, and happy to get in touch and talk about anything you want to. Yeah, cool. Anything from you?
Sign off. I'm going to
Okay.
sign off.
All
Okay.
right, thanks,
Thanks.
Natalie.
Thanks so much.
Bye,
Appreciate
bye,
it. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, Genevieve, Aurelia, anything else I can help you with? Okay, thank you so much.